Charles and I set for this Madden Ultimate Team matchup as we get a peek some of the stars in today's game. Well, will they be stars? Will you be a star? We'll find out. Let's play.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken 6.
This nigga's stupid.
Successfully. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That's going to be caught by Samuel. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Mahomes now to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 21.
At the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a first and goal.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good decision there. He was looking, and he was looking, but the coverage was excellent. Nice job to get rid of it and try and find something better on third and goal. He didn't let that clock accelerate and force him into an error.
Here's Mahomes, third and goal. Touchdown! It's complete. Deebo Samuel from 40 yards out. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
First carry for the 5-time Pro Bowler, LaDainian Tomlinson. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a third down and 6. Throwing is Brady on third down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Eric Armstead in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Niners will go on offense. First and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5. A former rushing champ and 3-time All-Pro, it's Priest Holmes. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take out extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll be a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Brady now on first down. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Playing the game.
Playing now?
Playing the game.
1-7-0 on EA Sports.
All right, I'm going to get Ari.
You gone already?
Hold on.
On 2nd down now. It's Lynch. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
They'll run with Marshawn Lynch. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
They'll run with a longtime Buccaneer. It's Mike Allstott.
Well, not a lot of flash and
Hello?
play. 2nd and 2, and they hand it to the big man. And he ends up picking up a first down. A gray area there, though. But I think what they thought, hey, we hand it to him here. If we come back and don't get it, we still have another down to try and pick it up.
I still got it. I'm sleepy now. Like, I'd rather go home, take a nap, and get up and go wash.
They'll run for it with Lynch.
Ate good.
And he's in.
You ate good.
Marshawn Lynch punching it in from a yard away.
I got
And the Raiders throw in an extra point.
Oh, yeah, you thought about me?
Extra point by Anderson.
And I got a waffle for
We
you,
are
Brad.
tied here in the 2nd quarter.
Get out to your garden.
Right. Waffle,
So
chicken.
only at 7 now as they kick it away.
I just stuff your hair, so I can come home, take a little nap, so I can get up later on and go wash it. Did you eat something?
Yeah, I ate something.
Offense set to get this drive underway. And last time out, went for it on
I'm
4th
cool.
down,
I'm good for
turned it
right
over,
now.
gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down. It caused every bit of it, but it shows
Tell me about
confidence.
it.
Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Renee was with y'all?
Oh, yeah, my nigga, that's just had called me because your brother wanted to ask what color was my car. But nigga, why the fuck this nigga? Okay.
That'll be accepted, of
She,
course, and that moves
we
them
knew
back
that
5.
everybody knew we were supposed to went to Long Beach. Renee got to the place and called him and told him, "Oh, we're not going to Long Beach no more. We at the district." He said, "Well, made y'all go there?" she said, I don't know. It's her birthday. This is where she chose. And he was like, okay. So as we're leaving, as we're leaving, she calling him, and he was like, oh, I'm in the neighborhood. She's like, in the neighborhood where?
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
And he was like, all right, I'll come get you. And I was like, that nigga, he been sitting around here for a minute waiting for your ass to get the fuck out of here. He had to be.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down.
I'm like, your ass can't even fucking go
Steps
out.
away to his left.
Without that nigga being right in the area where the first place. She's like, where the fuck are you going?
Defenders have intercepted. Picked up by the 13-time Pro Bowler Lewis. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Partner, we've heard it once, we've heard it 1,000 times.
He said weird, yo, Kyle.
And he did. See the end result.
Yeah, what you have to do is you got to make sure
That's crazy. It wasn't working the last time.
eyes in your head, maybe even some body movement to move them a little if you're going to come back
On the
late down
game.
middle.
He said we hear your combo.
So after the INT, it's Brady. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moss. Touchdown Raiders. Brady Moss, 28 yards. And the Raiders have taken the lead.
All right, well, they can hear my conversation, so I'll call you back.
Second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better.
He said, this your 18, right? Yes, this is my 18. Yeah.
Now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone.
I asked you earlier if you could hear me. You said no, nigga.
Coverage as he's dropped it to 17. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That 7-0 lead in there is short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot.
Under pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Emmanuel Agba that time able to drop him for a loss. To try again after the sack. Brady, he's going to take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
On first down, it's Holmes. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. In his own end zone, it's Mahomes. And that falls to the ground.
He dropped it, nigga.
A nice job of
Yeah.
up defensively.
Yeah. Debo who?
They'd like to
I'm Debo,
from their
nigga.
own end zone, so they could use something here on 3rd down. Back to throw now in his own end zone. Samuel
Oh.
slant. And some room to maneuver. And he takes his speed
Nigga,
in the
that nigga Debo be catching shit, bro.
a big play that
Catching
time
shit.
on the catch and run.
This This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
They'll run on first down. It's Holmes. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when you clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the Hall of Famer John Lynch. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the defense delivers a score.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive post as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Anderson in for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
One more.
The 49er offense set to get.
He's talking about good game. He wants to play one more. Look at my niggas hot. Look at them X Factors. Them niggas is on.
Now Mahomes to try again after the pick 6. Flushed out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it.
He's not fucking. He's not fucking with none of my teams.
They continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 18. We'll call that a punt of 54.
He ain't ready for this squad either. Oh, you want to play my other team? Definitely felt it. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, you want to play one more, man? I'm finna show it's my team, what I got with Vic. This is actually really my A team. That team I just played with right there, that's like a different roster. That's kind of like my C team, really. I just made them yesterday. Switched the lineup up. Got a 98 Tom Brady. Man.
Charles and I settled here in the booth. This should be a fun one. Madden Ultimate Team matchup as you get a look at some of the stars here of today's game. Let's get right to it. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
What
They're
the
going to
fuck?
mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Tomlinson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down. It's a play fake. Now Vic.
What the fuck?
Man, he missed him. Incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On third down, Vic. It's incomplete.
What the fuck?
Couldn't connect.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked out at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. Here's Holmes. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on the play there. Second down. Here's Lance to throw it. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now a Bay Area native from up in Berkeley. This is Marshawn Lynch. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Vic's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Vic. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
To throw again on second down. Vick. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They'll throw again. Here's Vick. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. Vick will look to throw on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 13.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Shotgun now for Lance. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now Lance. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at Samuel. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And Sanders now to return. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
On 2nd and 10, Vick.
Oh my God.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he really wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered.
Man.
So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Michael Vick. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, It makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again, so it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lance escaping the pressure right. He gets it into the hands of Larry Fitzgerald. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the defense. And the field position doesn't get much better than this. They'll have it first and... Home at the 8-yard line. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got it 1st and goal to go. They'll run with Lynch. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. Defensively, they must have been expecting a pass. They were in the dime look out there.
I think maybe they were deciding to go with speed on the field rather than bulk. I'm with you, a little bit surprising. They wanted people getting to the ball as fast as possible. The lighter, shiftier defensive backs allow you that opportunity.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Adam Thielen there to make the grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
That appeared like any routine NFL quarterback, but it was Michael Vick from the pocket, throws a touchdown pass. I just think about the transformation throughout his career. From Atlanta, where he would take off and go at just about the drop of a hat and turn defenses into mush. And then by the end of his career in Philadelphia, where he completed passes like we just saw from the pocket, yet still had those great legs, when necessary, to help get him out of trouble.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can.
That was so. You had that.
I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Pressure comes and down he goes. Daniil Hunter, his 2nd sack of the night.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. It's the former Stanford Cardinal, Richard Sherman, that his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took it.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So they took their shot. It was a pretty good heave, but in the end, the free safety is the one who comes away with the football.
And And two of the traits that you look for in a good free safety, range and decision-making. Both on display right there. And it did.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. We remind you in just a couple of minutes we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. Flushed out right. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Dancing to his left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. Bulldozes past him. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. And Lance going to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. To throw, it's Lance. Flush to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Lance looking to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
He's going to let it go again. And that is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 24. Well, we heard all week that they were going to put the football in the air a lot. The problem is that is now 4 interceptions, Charles, that he has thrown in this first half. How do you treat a situation? What do you say to your quarterback right now?
Boy, that's an interesting question because a lot of it depends on the head coach and the people making the decisions. You have to know your quarterback and know if he's mentally tough enough to have a chance to turn it around. Or is he a guy that maybe you've seen enough and it's time to go to the backup? But right now what you're rooting for is your defense to help keep you in the game, to give him an opportunity to get back on track.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance on the move to his left. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Randy Moss, complete. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Look, we came into this one focused on Randy Moss, and now he has our full attention with his first grab of the game.
Well, he's one of only 2 players to go a whole season averaging over 100 yards receiving and average a touchdown per game as well. That's a pretty impressive stat.
It really is, especially when you consider that every defense he faced was prepared for him and was kicking coverages in his direction.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
On play action, Lance. It's Hill, complete. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a good point there is they were able to connect. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. From the gun, it's Lance. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a march with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. So here's Vic following the interception. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away. They stuck it in the end zone. Keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
65, 65, 65. Steal, black. 54 is Mike, 54 is Mike.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance over the middle, complete to Samuel. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, watch Sam, check Mike.
Throwing now is Lance. Flushed out right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And Lance now to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now Lance again. Flush to his right. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. This is caught. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Priest Holmes taking it in from a yard out. And the Niners are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara as we are set to bring you the home stretch here, the 4th quarter. They'll run again with Lynch. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. And I'm starting to wonder, Charles, if 5 interceptions, is that the last that we've seen of him?
Well, I think that a lot of people hope that's the last they've seen of him in this game, probably including himself. If this were baseball, the manager would have been at the mound already and asked for the ball, and he'd be in there getting a shower. But in football, you might have to go stand on the sideline and watch the rest of it and see if your backup can do any better.
They'll keep it on the ground. Holmes gets past one man, and he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And Lance's throw taken in by Samuel. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Escaping the pressure right. He is going to find Hill here. Touchdown 49ers. Tyreek Hill, 29 yards. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll run it. Here's Lynch. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
A 1st down throw coming for Vick. Flushed out right. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. A big play there on the catch and run. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And he gets it down to the 32. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. On 2nd down, it's Lynch. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. Now Michael Vick. He'll check this down to Lynch, complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They try again with Lynch. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Extra point by Anderson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead, and they are going to set up shop at